Who made news for his attempt at getting to the presidential dais at Nyayo National Stadium to pass a message to President Uhuru Kenyatta during the funeral service for the late former President Danile Arap Moi. Now, many must have wondered what in the world he was up to. Leila Mohammed went and met Daniel Wekesa Nalianya, who explained what inspired his gutsy and equally risky move. Take a look.
Daniel steps out to take a walk around the dusty roads of his Mlolongo estate. His walks are often filled with thoughts of making ends meet and fending for his family.
Nimepeleka kila mahali kwa hii nini. Hapa wapi kila mahali nimepeleka. Lakini hakuna.
These are some of the thoughts that drove him to do what many would not dare to do during the late retired President Moi's funeral service at Nyayo National Stadium.
Walikuwa watano. Alinishika hivi, mwingine akanishika hivi, mwingine akanishika huku nyuma hivi. Wakajaribu hadi kunipeka chini, kuniweka chini. Wakajaribu kufanya nini, hadi kunini hapo hivi baadaye nilikuwa nawasungusha hivi. Hapo ndio nilipata nguvu kunichapa zao kichwa hapa hivi. Nilikutaka kuniangusha chini lakini ikashindikana. Si kufinya mahali popote ama ni nini.
His circumstance dawned him in the boldness of desperation despite the risks involved.
Nilikuwa na hamu ya kumuona president wangu Uhuru. Nilikuwa nimetafuta kazi, nimemtafuta baadaye, nimejaribu kwenda State House mara tatu.
He says he was held for a few hours for grilling before he was released. Then it was time to go home. Still, the struggle continued.
Taribo, nikaendea hapo nyani nikaambia yani karembo contractor nikamuulizia bwana. Naenda Mlolongo unisaidie nifike Mlolongo. Kaniambia utasimama.
He says that on the eve of the funeral service, he walked from Mlolongo to Nyayo Stadium at 7 p.m. with the hope that he would spend the night at the venue. He got there at 10 p.m. and managed to get the attention of a police officer who allowed him to sleep at the outer courts of the stadium, but was only allowed in at 3 a.m. when the gates were officially open. He says this is not the first time he has come to this venue seeking the head of state's audience. When this did not work out, he borrowed money to travel to Suswa on the day the president was opening the second phase of the SGR.
Kitu inaleta Kenya inaleta vijana wanaumia saizi. Kitu ya kwanza ni ukabila. Kitu ya pili ni corruption.
His desperate situation, he says, has been the story of his life for a while now.
Saa ingine mwanaume kutegemea mke wake kwa kulipa kodi la nyumba, wana watoto wawili, kulipa karo ya shule na pia kununua chakula huwa ni jambo ngumu.
For many young Kenyans like Daniel Nalianya Wekesa, they have acquired the skill and the academic qualifications to be able to work in various sectors in this community, but desperate times are calling for desperate measures and forcing them to jump over into uncharted waters and making them to head even to the highest office on the hill to enable their voice be heard. Daniel's dream to serve his country in the defense forces has never seen the light of day, and he says that since leaving high school in 2010, he has been to every military recruitment drive, but has never been successful.
Nimefanya course ya automotive engineering. Yeye inaweza nisaidia kama nimeingia military.
Daniel says he may be down but definitely not out, desperate but not hopeless, as he is inspired by the biblical stories of Daniel, who was not harmed while in the lion's den, and Joseph, who was sold off by his brothers. Leila Mohammed, NTV, in Mlolongo, Machakos County.